welcome to the kitchen. This is a little mud crab, he's actually pretty big, that we got earlier. Now, I'm going to show you the way I cook and prep it. Everybody has their own way of cooking crab, their own secret recipes, all that sort of whatnot. This is just how I personally do it. And yeah, we thought, bugger it, we'll make a cooking segment and show you. So as you can see, this guy's dead as a doornail. What we did, we put him on ice and that sends him to sleep. You know, a lot of people say that's more humane because it's, you know, save him putting in a pot. It's more humane to put them on ice so they go to sleep. They basically just go to sleep and die. So what we're going to do to start with, we're going to start with cleaning him. So he's already dead, so we'll come over here, I'll get myself a knife. Doesn't have to be a sharp knife, just a butter knife, any sort of knife. Now, a lot of people like to brain spike them just to make sure that they're dead. So in through the front. No twitches, he was definitely dead. Okay, so what we're going to do now is try and separate the top from the bottom, which I haven't done this very many times. I usually just cook them whole, but I thought this time around I tried a little bit different. So I'm actually going to clean him. So they say it's easier to peel the tail fin back and come in from behind. Now I don't know how well this is going to work, but we'll see. Look at that. And then just top peels straight off. Now you get most of the guts and stuff come out when you peel the top shell off. And then there's the gills and the rest of the guts left in behind. So I'll give that a bit of a rinse out. A lot of people reckon it makes your crabs taste bad if you leave this in while you're cooking it. Me personally, I've cooked it both ways, but with this in and out, for me it doesn't really make that much of a difference. But I'm a bit of a Neanderthal, so. Alright, so we get all that nice and cleaned out. Rip the gills off. Get them out. Pretty simple to clean. Those two little bits at the front, they're just a little, well, mouth, I guess you could say. Gills off this side. Bit more of a rinse out. Alright, and then what I'm going to do here is just split him in half. So basically just grab the two halves, however you feel the urge to grab it. Split him down the middle. That just helps get the rest of the guts out. Which are playing hard to get this time around. Little mongrels. On the other side.
Now, remember to put the shell in your neighbour's bin, not yours.
Yeah, good tip actually. always put the shell in the next door neighbour's bin. Or 2 doors down preferably, because usually the neighbour will know because he sees the boat go out. And so there you have 2 nicely cleaned out bits of crab. Alright, so ow. Although he's dead, the claw's heavy and the spike really hurts. Okay, so you just sit there for now.
Yeah, realistically we actually put the carcass, well, the bits we're not going to use, they go in the freezer till bin day.
Yeah.
Unless you really don't like your neighbour, go for gold.
Oh, well, I mean, shit, if you really don't like your neighbour, fucking break into his car and put it in his aircon box. Okay, so that can sit there, that's all nice and clean. Now what we're going to do is go over and start prepping the water. So what I'm going to do, big pot, always essential. Now they say, and I do have to actually agree with this, that to get the perfect salt content in your water, you use the water that you caught the crab in, basically. So wherever you caught the crab, get a bucket of that seawater, and that'll be the perfect salt content. Now I have to agree with that. That's actually probably the best way to do it, but Didn't do that this time around, so I'm just going to do it the way I do it. So I get some salt, good healthy amount of salt.
What would you say that was?
Probably looking at about half a cup maybe of salt. I never measure it, I always just wing it. That's just me with
If you
cooking.
can mix concrete, you can cook.
Yeah, pretty much. So also like to add a bit of herbs and spices into the water as well while you're boiling it. Puts a really nice flavour through the crab meat itself. And yeah, I guess for me, I think it just makes it taste better. So we'll start off with a little bit of lemon pepper. Pop that open, get that off. Now, same again, not really measuring it, just going by eye. Want a good amount, because I like that lemony flavour going through it. Now, another way to get the lemon flavour actually in it as well, a good way to do it is to actually use a whole lemon, cut it in half, squeeze the juice in, throw it in there whole as bowlers, so rind pits all, boil it up with the crab. And that actually puts a really nice lemon flavour through it as well. I've done that before and that's actually quite good. So a bit more of that, but the lemon pepper does the job. Yep, that looks about good.
Was that half a jar?
Yeah, close to it. Okay, now, one other little thing I want to put in is, there it is, I knew I still have some, is fish seasoning.
I was waiting for that.
Yeah, I like to add this to pretty much anything. My fish, yabbies, it's a good mix. It's
I swear it goes in his coffee too.
yeah, pretty damn close to it. So it's, what's the mix of it? Doesn't actually tell you what's in it. Anyway, that's got like herbs and spices and other stuff put in there as well, so it's actually pretty good. So we'll add some of that in there too. Nice little healthy portion. I want to save some of that because I've got some fish to cook. All right, now we've got all that, let's add some water and we'll put that bugger on the boil. Now you can use this mix to steam him as well, where you just put just enough water in the pot just to create a bit of steam. So you know you're looking at about that much water in the bottom of the pot. Bring that to the boil, chuck the crab in on top, cook her up, go from there. But I'm going to actually boil it in these, like you would normally. Really am kicking myself though because I meant to grab a bucket of the salt water for it, but is what it is. You make do with what you got.
I don't think I'd be willing to consume anything out of the buckets we have.
True. That's a very good point. Not only that, it's Gladstone salt water, so fuck knows what's in it. Just saying.
Everything our fine industries no longer requires.
Oh yeah. Out of the factory, into the river. Thanks for coming. Right. So we'll put this on the boil. Get that water to a nice rolling boil, and then come back to you when that's done.
Sweet.
Alright guys, so we got the water to a nice rolling boil. That's how you want it. Now what we're going to do is chuck these in. Now everybody has their own cooking times. Personally, if I'm doing it whole, I'll do about the 15-minute mark and check it. Because these are cleaned and halved, I'm going to do it for about 10 minutes and then I'll check it after that and see how we go. So let's chuck these buggers straight in. One half, in you go little guy. Second half, in we go. Make sure they're both under the water, nice. All right, chuck the lid back on. Now what you want to do before you start the timer is you want to make sure it comes back to the rolling boil because you want to start your timer from that boil point on. I don't know why, it's just what you do. So anyway, we'll wait for this to come back to the boil. We'll hit the timer, go for about 10 minutes, check it, and then go from there. All right, we'll see you back when this is all nice and ready to pull out. Okay, so these have been on the boil now for about 10 minutes. So I'm going to pull the lid off and have a look and see what they look like. Holy shit, talk about make a fucking jellyfish go stiff. I'm going to call them ready. Look at that. Wait, come here. That just looks fucking delicious. And these things are full. Like, have a look at the inside of that. Oh, yum. Anyway, so now all we're gonna do is pop these in the bowl. Now, what you wanna do is, to stop these guys from overcooking, get in there, get in there. Right, into the bowl. Now I'm just gonna run some cold water over these, just to take the heat out of the shells and slow the cooking time down. Stop it from cooking, overcooking. Take that out of the way. Cold water. And just basically run the cold water over them. Just to chill them out. Now, I'd much rather do it in ice. Ice water, dunk it in ice water, works better. Don't have any ice at the moment. The ice is pretty munted in the esky, so we'll just use cold water instead. Works just as good. And that there is your mud crab ready to go.
Check that out, man. That claw is not far off the size of my hand.
Holy shit. Now we're gonna have half each. So, well, I reckon we try a bit. Hang on, just finger the shell. Pull a bit of meat out of here. Bit of the body meat, still nice and hot. And have a bit of a try. Oh, fuck me, sideways with the roller quarters. That is good. I do love me a feed of mud crab.
Keep talking like this, I'm going to have to put this on a particular website instead of YouTube.
Well, we could do that, but we've got to add you in your beard too. Like, come on, I'll tickle it. Bleat like a goat if you like. Bah. You're a bad boy, Harley.
Yeah, no, this is no good for YouTube anymore.
Yeah.
We're not gay. I have a misso, been with her for nearly 10 years.
That's only what he says when she's around. Now look at that. That's beautiful meat. That is absolutely delicious. Oh, okay, obviously that's my half because I fingered it. Dude, you got to get in on this action. You got to finger your shell. Come on, finger your shell and tell me what you reckon. Yeah, finger it. Get in there nice and good like.
Not as quite as sweet as the sand crab, but man, they're not far off.
Man, I've got to agree with you on that. But in my opinion, it's a bit of a different flavor to the sand crab. The mud crab and sand crab are two completely different flavors. Both just as good, but yeah, that is like, I mean, wow. And that is a feed in itself. Look at that. That's fucking delicious.
I'm thinking that we might have to go on the hunt for them sandies again.
Definitely.
And I know just the place.
Where are we hunting?
Off camera talk.
Ah, yeah. Fuck you. It's our sand crab spot.
We'll share it later when we know they're there.
Yeah, well, maybe. I don't know.
I mean, we actually
big boy. Yeah, well, we kind of did because we caught it on camera, but
yeah.
Anyway.
Also, this is why we don't drink anymore.
What you talking about, please?
How many empty bottles are behind your bar?
Not enough. It's still not a camping trip yet, like, seriously. But anyway, my drinking habits aside, that's how I like to cook a mud crab. And as we've both shown, it turns out really, really good. Everybody has their own ways. Everybody cooks it differently. So if you have a different way, chuck it in the comments below. Let us know how you cook it, because I'm always open to try new things.
Definitely try it on camera.
Definitely. Try it on camera, send us a link to the video.
Or just send us a recipe.
Well, that too, yeah.
I mean, we're not hard to track down on Facebook. Well, I'm not.
No, he's not. I'm not on Facebook. But, yeah, send it to him. All right, guys. Well, that's my little cooking segment. And that's the mud crab. Now we're gonna enjoy off camera because yeah, there's gonna be too many noises that YouTube will probably delete us for. So we'll leave it at that and we'll catch you in the next one. See you guys.
Cheers.